The shocking truth: how Libya shook the West and had to be destroyed. In a world full of power struggles and hidden agendas, one nation sent shockwaves through the corridors of Western influence. Welcome to our suspenseful journey into the story of Libya, a nation that shocked the West and ultimately met its demise. Our story begins in Libya, a land rich in resources ruled by the enigmatic leader Muammar Gaddafi. For years, Gaddafi maintained an iron grip on his nation, fostering a sense of national pride and independence. In a time when the world saw Libya as an enigma, one man dared to dream big and transform his nation against all odds. Over 3 decades, Gaddafi spearheaded an unparalleled development drive. Under his leadership, Libya achieved astonishing feats. Illiteracy rates plummeted as education became a top priority. The healthcare system rivaled that of the West, providing quality care for all its citizens. Life in Libya became a testament to the power of determination and progress. But beneath the surface, a storm was brewing. As whispers of rebellion spread, Western powers grew increasingly uncomfortable with Gaddafi's unconventional rule. The Libyan leader, known for his fiery speeches and anti-Western rhetoric, had become a thorn in the side of those seeking control and influence over the region. As the Arab Spring swept across the Middle East, Libya found itself engulfed in the winds of change. Protests erupted, demanding political reforms and an end to Gaddafi's regime. The West saw an opportunity to intervene, but not without ulterior motives. Gaddafi's refusal to bow down to Western imperialism soon drew the ire of powerful nations. Libya's remarkable progress and self-sufficiency posed a threat to those seeking control over its resources and infrastructure. Behind closed doors, Western nations plotted their course of action. Libya's vast oil reserves, its strategic location, and the desire to install a more compliant regime became the driving forces behind their hidden agenda. Foreign investment was eager to exploit Libya's wealth, but Gaddafi fiercely guarded his nation's independence. He refused to allow his country's resources to be consumed by the West, triggering a long-standing clash of interests that would ultimately seal his fate. The stage was set for a dramatic showdown. NATO forces, under the guise of protecting civilians, launched a relentless bombing campaign. What was presented to the world as a noble mission to save lives quickly turned into a devastating assault on Libya's infrastructure and its people. Gaddafi, a visionary leader with a deep understanding of the financial system, recognized the potential of creating an alternative currency. His plan to introduce the gold dinar, backed by Libya's vast reserves, posed a direct threat to the hegemony of the Western-dominated monetary order. Beyond Libya, Gaddafi envisioned a united Africa with a common currency that would free the continent from the grips of Western economic exploitation. Many African nations possessed immense natural resources, including gold, diamonds, oil, and gas. The gold dinar had the power to transform their economies, ending their dependence on external forces. Gaddafi's refusal to allow Libya's resources to be consumed by the West, combined with his plans for the gold-backed dinar, unsettled those who'd grown accustomed to profiting from Africa's riches. The West, fearing the potential repercussions, began implementing economic sanctions, attempting to cripple Libya's economy and undermine Gaddafi's grand vision. However, the Libyan leader remained resolute, unwilling to let go of his dream of economic liberation for Africa. The threat posed by Gaddafi's gold dinar became intolerable for the West. A series of covert operations, interventions, and military actions were carried out under the guise of humanitarian concerns and regime change. The aftermath of Gaddafi's downfall led to a fractured and unstable Libya. The dreams of economic sovereignty and self-determination were shattered, replaced by a power vacuum and political chaos. Africa lost a visionary leader, and the continent's hopes for a unified and prosperous future were compromised. The corruption within governments, both in Africa and the West, has perpetuated a system where the few benefit at the expense of the many. The struggle for economic justice and genuine self-determination remains an ongoing battle faced by nations around the world.